Hello loves and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have been here before. Last weekend I went to the makeup show, pop-up show, whatever, in San Francisco. I went there last year. I fell in love, and I went there this year and fell even more in love. It is just so motivating, inspiring, and there's just something special about being in a place with others who share the exact same passion as you, and they don't care how much or how little experience you have. They don't care if you're a YouTuber, a makeup artist, self-taught. We're just all there to love makeup and be together, and it's just a very accepting place. I am obviously cutting to the chase because this is going to be my makeup pop-up show from San Francisco haul. I did one last year. I'll leave it down below, and it was like 30 minutes. So I'm going to show you what I got from the show. I'm going to try to avoid swatches. I might swatch here and there because I already did photograph everything, and there will be a blog post up about it later. If you want a review or further in depth, like a swatch video or something, just let me know below. I would love to do maybe even some get ready with me's with these products. Just let me know everything, anything you want me to film on this. Right now I'm just going to kind of show you what I got. I do have a whole bunch of videos planned coming up, hopefully in the near future, and I'm just going to stop talking and jump right on into this. So I do have 2 bags here. Yeah, nothing's going to be in any particular order. I try to lump all the brands together, keep them all in the same bag, and I already did go through everything and like unboxed it out of the packaging, so it might be some time saver. So I'm gonna start with the Nigel Emporium bag, mostly because there's less in here. Not everything in here, of course, is not from Nigel Beauty Emporium, but to start with what's in this bag, I'll just start with Blinking Beaute. So Blinking Beaute is basically a lash company, but they did just release liquid lipsticks like at the beginning of this month, and I apologize for any background noise you may hear. That's just the life of having a puppy and mom and sister being home and everything like that. Can't control it. I got 2 liquid matte lipsticks from Blinking Beaute. I do have some of their eyelashes, but if you've been watching my channel, then you know I'm not really an eyelash person, mostly because I have them and I can't perfect it. It's just time consuming. So I have one on from Blinking Beaute. It's called Twiggy. It's this beautiful mauvey, like purple color. I love it. And then their other one is Model, which is kind of like a dusty rose, maybe a little bit of mauve nude in it. I'm not sure. These are their best sellers. I was told by the lady who was selling these, who I also met last year. She's lovely. I think Twiggy is their #1 seller, and I can see why. I have worn this color before, and so far I really, really love the formula. I think the formula is comparable to Ofra. It's that moussey texture. It's not drying. It's hydrating. Well, I wouldn't call it hydrating. It's just not drying. Like, it keeps the moisture in your lips where it's supposed to stay. I'm really liking this formula so far. I should probably go pick up more, but they only have 5 in their range right now. They just launch these at the beginning of August. There was this brand there that I've never heard of before. I don't think, not until I looked at the brands list on the makeup show's website. And this brand is called it's Drama Queen Beauty. They mostly have liquid matte lipsticks, and I think they had some shadows there too. But I picked up 3 liquid matte lipsticks. I have Coca, which is this very like milky nude, and it reminds me of Milkshake by Anastasia at Beverly Hills. I haven't used these yet. It was like buy 2 get 1 free, and Coca was like the free one you had to get because they call it like a transition, like a mixing medium, because it's really light. Of course, you can wear it by itself, but you can mix it with others. Another one I have is Princess P. This other nude. I got a lot of nude lipsticks, if not nude, then dark berries, like this one. It's called Drama Queen. Kind of excited to try these. I'll be honest, when I swatched them the first time, and then I was gonna get one, and then as soon as like my hand brushed up against my purse or something, the whole formula like smeared across my hand, so I walked away from the booth. And then after like 2 days of contemplating, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna try the liquid matte lipsticks. I love liquid matte lipsticks, so we're just gonna give these a shot, and I will definitely report back to you on these. Okay, this one's kind of random, like very random. I didn't even buy this because I won it, and the makeup show on their Instagram, they were doing like a scavenger hunt thing, and they would post a photo describing like one of the booths, and you'd have to go to it and like follow their little rules in the caption. This was the scavenger hunt, and this is my photo, and they're like, oh, you won. And honestly, I thought the prizes were going to be some kind of candy or some sort of samples or stuff. And I always butchered this guy's name wrong, but it was a Kevyn Aucoin eyeshadow that I got for free. I don't even know if they like make this still or anymore. This is eyeshadow 108, and I'll swatch it. I haven't swatched it. It's like this taupey brown. I think there's kind of a plum undertone to it. I didn't get to choose. They just handed me the box, and I'm like, oh, Kevyn Aucoin. Oh, that's a fancy prize, no matter what it is, right? Next item I have is from Glo Girl, and these are their liquid and matte lipsticks, but these are called Lip Drips, and the shade I have is Barbecue. Last year I got some of their lipsticks. I really did like their lipsticks, and this was their first time having liquid to matte lipsticks. A lot of booths, actually, because there was like hardly any liquid to matte lipsticks last year, and if there were any, they were from Anastasia. And like this year, I just knew there was going to be so many more like highlighters and so many more liquid to matte lipsticks, because that's what's in right now. So I'm excited to try this. My sister wore a different shade, and it seemed to last pretty well. Not as long as they claimed it would, but it still lasted pretty well. Two things I got from Graftobain, totally butchering that. Okay, well this is just Magic Set mixing and lining liquid, and to go with this, I got this cosmetic powder metal. And it's in copper, which I'm like any other YouTuber, total cliche. I have been into coppers lately. I think this can be used as an eyeshadow liquid, of course, because you add this and it gets this really cool metal effect. And I really think you can probably use this anywhere. You can use it with a makeup sponge, and you can apply this mixture to the skin or hair using stifling or patting motion. So I'm just gonna try this out. Like, they had a tester of it, and it just seemed really cool. And I think it does dry. Of course, it dries. It doesn't even open. This is from Crown Brushes. It's a chubby eye pencil in Copper Rock. Copper Rock? I don't know. I've always been obsessed with these like rose gold copper kind of shades. And now that it's cool, all the brands have them out now. bdellium Tools. Sultry Eyes 5-piece brush set. They're all in purple. I've been kind of just looking for new brushes because, to be quite frank, mine are quite old. And even though I wash and take care of them, some of them I should get rid of, mostly because the bristles are falling out or they're really actually too rough against my face. I did get a lot of brushes from the makeup show. And another brush I got from bdellium Tools is the 968 brush, and I just thought this was kind of cool because one side is like really fluffy and the other is a little bit more flat, so it's kind of like you can either like contour or highlight, and then you can like flip it over and buff it out with the blending side. I'm pretty sure other brands make these too. I just thought this was like really cool. And bdellium Tools is really not that expensive as I thought they would be. They're pretty inexpensive, like for brushes compared to other brush prices out there. These are on the least expensive side. From Nigel's Beauty Emporium, I did finally pick up an Artis brush, just one, because we all know how expensive they can get. If you've seen some of my videos before, then you might know that I've been using like dupes of these kind of brushes, and they keep breaking on me, so I just, in one video I said maybe I should just try the real deal. This is, so here I am, I'm going to try this. I wanted Oval 7, they didn't have it, so I settled for Oval 6, and I believe it can still be used for foundation. I think this one's mostly for like contouring and highlight, and the foundation brushes are really giant, but I kind of like this size for foundation because I don't feel like the brush is eating my face. I just really wanted to try one of these brushes, and I'm like, if they're there, I'm gonna try one. So we'll see how this goes. It definitely feels more sturdy than the cheap dupes I've been getting lately. Next I have is the Sigma brush cleaning glove that I've been looking at for like, I don't know, a year, ever since this like came out. I got this from Aucoin. Brush cleaning gloves, most of them are usually pink, but I decided to get a black one. This makeup show turned into, let's get more brushes, let's take better care of our brushes. And I have washed them before, but like with like my hand and the brush soap, brush cleaner, not like this. So I'm like, okay, it's there, I'm gonna get it. So I'm quite excited to use this. I have a giant Nyx bag for 2 things, like literally. I mean, it's so great that the vendors there like hand out tote bags and stuff. 2 things, guys. So I got this NYX Suede matte lip liner and soft spoken, just a nude lip liner. I don't usually use lip liners, but I know they can be handy. I know they're not needed as a lot of people think they are. I do like some lip liner colors that don't come in like lipsticks. And then I got a NYX lingerie thing. And this one's exotic. I know a lot of people don't like lip lingeries. I think they're alright. I actually only have one embellishment, and I just decided to go get this one. As much as I love NYX, I felt like their booth was maybe a little disappointing. Like, they didn't have their soft matte lip creams. They didn't have the whole range of the suede. A lot of lip liners, some palettes, very tiny section of just the lingerie. I got this little bag. I don't know how many of these bags I get from like different companies. They're nice, they look sophisticated and chic, but they kind of end up in the trash. So Frends Beauty. Everyone talks about this powder, and it's only like $12. Oh, and it was $10 from Frends. And this is the original RCMA no color powder. It's 3 ounces. That's, holy crap, that's a lot. To be honest, I don't think I might like this. I don't know if this is gonna go well with like dry skin. Everyone loves the Laura Mercier powder, but that powder actually doesn't quite work for me. It accentuates my dryness even more. So I use a Cover FX illuminating powder. I found if I use an illuminating powder as a setting powder, it works really well and doesn't accentuate dryness or anything like that. So I'll just have to see with this guy. 3 Jouer liquid lipsticks from Frends. I know I'm finally saying the brand name right? I saw that they had a display on the end of like the Frends booth. I'm like, oh my goodness, they have Jouer. They didn't have all of Jouer, but they had some. I got lychee fries. I don't know. Something bonbon. And this is really bright red. And then it turns out I already have this one. This is Citronade Rose. And this is one of their metallic ones. They didn't have all their metallic ones there. And the metallic ones I obviously already had, the ones that they had there. So It's alright. I might just use it because this is a really pretty color, or I might sell it on my Depop or give it away or something. I don't know. If this side's looking messy a little bit, I'm just kind of dumping everything over there. Now we have this giant tote bag. I didn't get anything from the brand of this tote bag, which is like T-Spa. They were just handing out free tote bags, and it was at the very beginning. Of the makeup show, so I'm like, yeah, we need a tote bag. Let's start with this brand K.T.B. I've never heard of them, and this bag is getting in my space. So most of what K.T.B. had were like liquid lipsticks, brushes, I think some shadows, but like so many booths had shadows, I was just kind of over the shadows. But always for liquid lipsticks. So I got this matte lipstick in 012, so just 12. It's this really dark, I don't think this smells like anything. Like, this literally has no scent. That's amazing. I don't think I've come across a liquid lipstick that doesn't have a scent. I don't smell anything. But fall is coming. I'm just totally, like, getting into the fall mind and everything, so this is why these shades are coming back for me. And then they had this brush set, and I guess the brand name of this brush set is Candice. I don't know, I saw it on display, and I'm like, oh my god, look at that 10-piece brush set. It's so pretty. And I probably don't need more brushes, but I do need more brushes because they're old and dirty. But this 10-piece brush set is probably like $100, like all the other brush sets. They're all white and like copper or rose gold, whatever you want to call it. So, kind of fell in love, and this brush set was $30, which I think is pretty good. Okay, I was gonna say good things, but like, look at that. I was gonna say they're very soft and might have good potential. Muse Beauty Pro. If you watched last year's, you might know what's in this bag. Last year I discovered Viseart palettes. Like 4 of them. But the good news is that they are $20 off at the makeup show. So I got 2 there because I was like, if Muse has these, I'm getting them. Like, they're on my list. I have a little Viseart Theory palette. This one I think is, let's try and open this. Minx. They're so beautiful. I know, they look like probably things that would come from a Morphe 350 palette. But, you know, as I said, I know I'm swatching. As I said last year, these palettes aren't worth $80. Like, what palette is worth $80 or $16.30 in my case? They're really good pigmentation. They're like the perfect eyeshadows, perfect blendability. They're my favorite shadows I've ever come across. So at least they're the quality of $80. At least the price tag can kind of justify, or the formulation can kind of justify the price tag. I swatched them and I just fell in love with that orange color because autumn and everything. And I've been really like into like oranges and mustard yellows and stuff, and that's a thanks to one of my favorite YouTubers, Sarah Hawkinson. I'll leave her link down below. She's just one of the first people I started watching here. And anyways, the next Viseart palette I got is number 9. Number 9. I can't say Beaute Royal. I don't know, but these are all shimmery. I'm gonna do a video on this later. I don't feel like ruining it right now. No, I'm not ruining it. Oh, they're so beautiful. So Cozette last year was just like a brush line, and I picked up 3 of their brushes last year, and I haven't stopped using them. I love them so much. So I had to go back and introduce my mom and sister to Cozette because they need more makeup brushes. And I ended up picking up a new highlighter brush. This is S140. And since last year, they have come out with eyeshadows. I'll swatch these for you because I was amazed by them. They have so many, but I only went with 2. This one is called Platinum. They're really soft and buttery. Like, seriously. I don't know how much these were. Like, seriously, look at that. It totally reminds me of Natasha Denona shadows and Morphe shimmer shadows. So, there you go. And this was the first one I got. This is a different shade. This is seriously, I've never, ever seen a shadow like this before. Hopefully it comes across on camera as it does in person. So this one is called Shift. I really hope this comes across on camera because it is just... Okay, so this shadow is like a lavender purple with a gold duochrome. Okay, kind of, there you go. You see, it's kind of like this dusty violet lavender shade, but then there's that big shift flash of gold. This is just, they're always prettier in person, so I just encourage like looking up this shade and finding more swatches of it or something. Because I've never seen a shade like this before. I know duochromes exist, obviously, but with duochromes, they're always like greens and blues and not like this. I mean, this is kind of giving me some high school vibes because my high school colors were purple and gold. But this is just, I fell in love with this. This is just, I don't have a shade like this at all, and I haven't seen a shade like this at all. This is everything. Violet Voss was there, which Violet Voss is like known for the Holy Grail palette, which I didn't like. Sorry, I felt so bad when people kept asking me, like at the show while they were swatching, they asked me what I felt of the pigmentation and the formula, and then they were like talking about the Holy Grail palette, and I'm kind of like, I felt like I couldn't say anything because the booth was right there. It's a good palette, but if you have the Modern Renaissance palette, you don't need the Holy Grail palette. I got a liquid lipstick, and this is Muse. This one has, I don't know, I think it's trying to smell like vanilla, but it doesn't smell like vanilla. Okay, so we have one liquid matte lipstick, and I did pick up a palette. They had the Holy Grail palette there. They had the Laura Lee one, but online only, but I already have that and I love it. And then I decided to get the Drenched Metals palette, which I don't know, I swatched and I was really impressed, but to be honest, I think these are probably like Morphe shimmer shadows, Natasha Denona, the Cozette ones I just showed you, but I'm just really drawn to this finish lately, and there's that pukey brown mustard yellow color. I don't know. I swatched them and I was impressed. And okay, I think there's actually only one matte there actually. It's a transitional shade. So actually that's a good thing. There's no like highlight colors in here. But again, I don't look for a palette that has like everything in it because I have like 200 other palettes that has things in it. So I don't know. I like the formula. I thought I'd give Violet Voss palettes like another chance. They were a couple bucks off of the original price. And I don't know. I've been really into the shimmer metallic shades lately. And we'll see. I'll most likely do a review on this because I know it is still in stock online on the Violet Voss website. Last year, I fell in love with this brand and bought like everything they had there. This year I didn't buy everything they had there this time, but most things. And that is, oh, there's no label there. Besame. I love Besame. Besame is like an old Hollywood inspired line. They have taken, vintage like lipstick colors and have like matched that color, and they have really awesome packaging. I have, like, they've added new lipsticks since then, but none of them was, like, that I had to pick up. But I do have a lipstick swatch video, and I'll leave that in the description below. So one of the new things Besame came out with are blushes. So I got a raspberry blush, and I'm not sure, it's like this plummy light raspberry color. It was really hard to choose the color because when I swatched them out, they all kind of worked well with my skin tone, and they're not super duper pigmented. And one of the girls there told me that it's so you can like build it up And I really love blushes like that because everyone talks about pigmentation. And pigmentation, of course, is a must, like, especially for an eyeshadow. But for a blush, I don't want a pigmented blush because less is more. You can always build it up. And I don't know, this packaging, thank goodness they, like, told me to twist it because I was pulling at this for a while and it's a twist. But it's super thin. I love this floral design on it. Basically, all their packaging has this somewhat of a floral design on it. Okay, so this I was really excited about because I've been eyeing this since like Christmas and it would always be out of stock and it was like $45. This is the Decades of Fragrance Rollerball set. So I think like last year exactly, they came out with perfumes based in like 1910, 1920, 1930, you know, each decade. And then they came out with like a sample tube of each of the fragrance they had, because like I think their bottles are really expensive and I wouldn't know what scent to get, so you have a sample of all of them. And the really cool thing about this is, I'm sorry, but they're not going to sell this anymore. They had like 3 left. They marked it down to $30 and they're not going to make them anymore. They're going to continue making rollerball perfumes, but like bigger and individual. I don't think they're going to come in a set again. I'm not sure. But if you see them and you like Besame and you want to try different scents, then grab it. Because they do have big, like antique, well, vintage looking perfume bottles, which are super pretty, but I wouldn't know what smell to get. So I was really happy I was able to grab one of these. And I'm running out of memory. Ugh. Okay. They came with their blushes. They came out with a brush, so I got their Rouge blush brush, which is like super pretty. It's really lightweight, but it's really soft, and I like the handle and the design. And the last thing I got from Besame that I've been staring at for over a year is their contour brush. This was like $10 off, so it's kind of like, okay, you know what, I'm going to try this. They also have a face powder brush. Honestly, it's kind of heavy weighted at the top. I don't know. I've read reviews saying it's awkward to use it, just because it's not what we're used to, you know? But I'll try it. It was definitely interesting to me. I also got a Besame tote bag, which was $5 with any purchase, so that was pretty awesome. The next thing I got is from the London Brush Company. I got their brush shampoo last year. Fell in love. Visited her again. She's such a sweetheart, and she remembered me from last year. It's quite amazing how many vendors they remembered me from last year, because I'm not like a memorable person. That sounds awful, but so I just went ahead and got this set. It has their shampoo in it that I love. It has a brush stand to like dry your brushes. It has reshapers, some cloths, some dust protectors. And now the next one we have is from Senna. Senna, they really grew since last year. Last year, everyone was going to their booth because they had like eyeshadows and glosses and stuff for like $1. This year, they had more eyeshadows, eyeshadow palettes, mascaras. Did I say highlight already? And just some really good things. I'm not sure if this is online yet because I've searched for it online and I can't find it. So this is the Senna Divine Shine Bake Glossy Highlighter and Glow. My sister first bought this, and I applied it to her because she's just now dipping her toes in a highlight, and I kind of fell in love with this. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need my own here. So I don't know, I'm a highlight junkie. There's not much I can like do about that, but they're like, you know, they're not like bam in your face kind of glow. I think because it's a baked highlighter, it's more subtle, more glowy instead of blinding and such, which is fine. I like both. So the thing they have going on right now are these Decade palette. So they had like one from the 60s, 70s, I lied. They had one from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2K. I got a 90s one. This was like basically half off. So 90s Nude Revolution. I was born in 89, so I'm kind of like a 90s baby. Even though I kind of really grew up in the 2000s with being a teenager and stuff. But I know, it's just another nude palette, but it was like $20. And they're quite, they're pigmented, and I wanted to try more of their shadows. And they had single eyeshadows, so Vixen, I would take it off the plastic thing, but it's like literally glued on the plastic thing, so. But it's a metallic shade. It kind of reminds me of one of the Makeup Geek foiled shades, I think in Grandstand, one of my favorite shades. And this is just really pretty too. This is a metallic rose gold, which you can't go wrong with in my book. And then I got this Flash lip gloss, and this has like the red and blue duochrome in it. This lip gloss, I thought, it smells really chemically and gross, but I thought it was pretty looking. And then I got a lipstick, and this is in Scandal. It says it's a cream lipstick, but this is a metallic formula. So, I know I said I wasn't going to swatch, and then I'm swatching. Other swatches you want to see that I didn't swatch, let me know. So there's that metallic, pretty, kind of scarlet-ish color. Sorry about that, guys. I had to switch cameras. I didn't have any memory, like any photos I could delete off of that card, and I didn't have a spare card, so I just switched cameras. So lighting's off, framing's off. Sorry, but I'm almost done. I think this happened last year too. Okay, so the next brand I have is by Danessa Myricks. She slayed me, okay? Like this makeup, oh my goodness, it's just amazing. Okay, well first this is just a basic gel activator to mix with what I got. So one of the things I got is a metals, and it's like a pigment. Not like it is a pigment. I'm gonna have to do like, I don't want to like open these because then powder will get everywhere, but I'll insert some photos of these, and I'll do some swatches on my Instagram and maybe the blog. But this is a very pretty like duochrome color, and this is in Love Story. And then I got not 1, 2, or 3, but 4 highlighters. They're all a loose powder. This range is called In Light, and hopefully the bottom won't get blue. There you go. So what's this one called? This one is called Love, Light, Tranquility, and this one's amazing because this one adjusts to your undertone, so it's gonna look slightly different on everyone, but it's mostly kind of this cool toned pink with a little bit of gold in it. It's really, really beautiful. All of these are. And this one is Synergy, and this one was like my favorite one. On to the last thing now. Ricky's NYC. Ricky's is amazing because they have like every brand, not every brand, but they have an array of brands. So it's not just one brand or line or anything like that. So first, this was kind of raved about like last year. This is the Color Switch by Lotus Vera Mona, yes. So Color Switch is like this pad thing that you can kind of like put your dirty brush in, swirl it around, and it'll kind of kick off all the powder. It's great for like makeup artists to go in between brushes on the same client, but go with the same brush in a different shade. So thought that'd be interesting to try. And they had BH Cosmetics there, so I got the Carly Bible eyeshadow and highlight palette. And this packaging smells so bad. it smells like plastic and chemicals. So these, well, not these, I got one. The past 2 months, especially Nikki tutorials, these have been raved about. These are the Artis Couture. Why did I keep seeing these? This is the Artis Couture powder by Angel Marina. This is too small, I can't see it. But this is their Diamond Glow powder, and I got Mermaid Fantasy. It's like a white pearl with this green blue reflex in it. It said mermaid. It seemed like the most unique shade out of all of them, compared to the highlighter collection I have. It definitely didn't match anything I already got, and a lot of people have been raving about them, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just pick one up. Beauty blender bag. This was $35, but that is a super good deal considering one of these is $20. So you get 4 in here. You have a black one, a pink one, a purple one, and the itty bitty micro one, and you get a little tube of their liquid soap. Hi! Hello!
It's dinner time.
I see that. You're purring. You're ready for dinner. You're ready for dinner, aren't ya? Beauty blenders. And then they had some dose of colors there. I think they had 3 or 2 of their highlighting powders, and then they had 4 of their liquid lipsticks. I think it was like their original, like the first 4 they came out with. So I went ahead and grabbed their Pearl Dust Bake highlight. It was 50% off. 50. So could not pass that up. This light is bugging me. It'll probably look fine in the, you know, it's a pink white. I got 2 liquid lipsticks there. One from Colored Raine. Nikki Tutorials just posted this one on Snapchat. Trying to beat her to it now. So Colored Raine has only 2 metallic lippies out, and I was able to find one of them. This is Mary. This is a beautiful burgundy. I haven't used it. I've used the Colored Raine like once, and I don't think I quite like the formula. Sorry, but I'm giving it another chance with this beautiful metallic. It's that one right there. Beautiful metallic burgundy. I have been looking for more metallic reds and burgundies, but I don't think, I mean, metallic lippies are just coming out, so not everyone has them. And I already showed you that. So this one, in one of my monthly favorites video in the hate section, I placed the Lasplash liquid lipsticks because they're so drying, they crack, I don't like them. Everyone raved about Lasplash liquid lipsticks, and I don't like them. And another YouTuber agreed with me, but I'm not gonna say who. But I don't like them. I saw that the Lasplash came out with Velvet Matte liquid lipsticks, so I only grabbed one. Not like 4 or 5 like I did last time. I grabbed one. So I want to see if their Velvet Matte formula is different than the other original formula that I hated. So we'll see. This one wasn't... Okay, first off, I take off the sticker and there's huge sticky residue that's never coming off. So thank you for that. I don't know if that was the brand or what, but it smells like a chemical mess. I really try to be nice to companies, but I'm a consumer, so it's my job to pick apart a bit. It's a pretty color. It's this deep rosy color. I'm terrible at explaining color names, to be honest, but I mean, I can't say anything from the application. It's definitely opaque, that I can say, but that's all I can say. Alright, lovely, so that was my makeup San Francisco pop-up show haul. Yeah, it was long. I know. If you made it all the way through, please give this video a thumbs up and leave suggestions below. And tell me if you want to see swatches, first impression videos, a look with some products, anything like that. I'm not going to leave all the products listed in the description box because that's insane, but I am going to leave the brands that all these products came from. So I'll just like list Aucoin, Colored Raine, Dose of Colors, like, or Ricky's NYC, just things like that. So I will leave all the brands below, and if you're interested, you can just ask me, and I'll tell you the product through typing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And also a big thank you for getting me to 500 subscribers. It's a lot to me. I've started YouTube channels like 5 times before this one. I let the hate get to me. I closed them immediately, and this one's definitely the only one I've stuck around the longest because I do love it, and I've developed a backbone. Just thank you so much. So 500 is definitely a lot to me. I didn't even think I was gonna get to like 10. And now I have 5 minutes left on my SD card. 4 minutes. Cards hate me. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, wherever you are. Remember to love others, but first and foremost, love yourself. But in today's world, I need to come up with a new phrase because today's world is so hard and hateful. So love others is so important. You receive what you put out into the world, so put out all the positive thoughts and all the love and just positive vibes. It is so cliche, but we really need positivity in this world. So thank you for watching. Bye.